You are the perfect man for the role. Just one question. Have you ever sucked a cock? What?
Well, the role is a gay hustler, and production only wants gay actors.
I am an actor. This is my job.
Yes, but if you haven't experienced it yourself, then...
No, I mean, should my boss really be asking me questions like that? Do we really want to talk about what's needed in Hollywood? One time while playing Spin the Bottle, I kissed my wife's brother and...
Bingo! Tiffany, send it to all the media. Gay icon found. Now all you have to do is catch up on the work experience of a sex worker and then... Where did he go?
Many of you have probably heard of Heartstopper's Kit Connor, who was forced to come out of the closet.
Why? By whom?
By a noisy mob of queer Twitter activists who felt he shouldn't play Nick Nelson, his fictional character, unless he happened to be gay himself, or was at least bi. The discussion started because he was seen on set holding hands with a girl, Maya Rafiko.
All he has to do is say he likes sleeping with boys!
At first, he deactivated his Twitter, but then he came back briefly and did the only thing he could do. Season 2 of Heartstopper is already announced. We can't afford a shitstorm. So if you want to keep your job... Oh my god, okay. I am bi. Congratulations on forcing an 18-year-old to come out. I think some of you guys didn't understand what the show was about.
Good statement. Tiffany, tell the press. Bi outing of Netflix star. Or maybe Pan, that does sound more modern. How about Pan, Kit?
But this is neither the first nor the last time that a part of the community is demanding that queer roles only be filled by queer actors. Usually it's out of fear that a straight actor will take queer characters and break it down to a caricature made for cheap laughs.
A legit fear, if you ask me. I still need some coffee to go with my cheesecake like a real gossip girl, right?
Oh, well, thank goodness I hid one in my anus.
Why don't you two cuties come have some Prosecco with me at my powder pink ranch?
Let's say some German films haven't aged well. Sometimes people don't want to see straight actors in gay roles because there are still many actors who can't get jobs in Hollywood, all for the reason that they're queer. And that is the main role.
Ain't that a gay? This is a teen film. Are you trying to confuse the youth? Also, ain't this role about dating a woman?
Well, it's a movie. Make-believe.
No, we are a decent company. So if you don't find someone new for the role, we'll have to reconsider our investment in teen sex tastes like apple pie. Unfortunately, straight people are still easier for marketing if you want the money of conservatives.
And due to the prevailing image of masculinity, a lot of gay men are categorically excluded from hetero roles.
I see. And when there are gay roles available and you still only cast straight actors...
You create a working world in which there is no place for queer people.
Oh, perfect!
How does he do it?
You're the ideal actor for the young, gay, free-spirited character. Okay, but he also does his job exceptionally shitty.
I think that's my point. Every actor's job is not to portray who they are, but to play what the role itself demands. And if he does it badly, then he should be criticized for that. Because he didn't do his job well, not because he doesn't sleep with men.
Even then, assuming that every gay man has had the same experience and has gained some secret knowledge through same-sex intercourse that no other actor could possibly empathize with through empathy and technique is somehow presumptuous. Because it denies the actor their craft and the subject of sexuality gets too simplified.
Agreed. At what point are you actually allowed a gay role? After a man crush? A kiss? A blowjob? Do hiccups count, or is it only half a point? What if you're not heterosexual, just hetero-romantic? Pan or bi? What if you're not even out yet, or you don't want to label yourself? How many intimate details do I have to share to play a fictional role in a fictional story and just go on about my job?
But, there are more than enough straight roles, right? Why do they have to play the gay ones too?
Well, yeah, but where would we be today if it wasn't for all the mainstream straight actors who played gay roles in a time when it was frowned upon? Back then, they gave the gay community and our struggles acceptance and a stage in the mainstream that we couldn't possibly have built up so quickly on our own.
That's good, but those times are over. Their job is done. We don't need straight saviors now.
Well, what about straight allies? And yeah, there are many actors who live out and proudly today and are certainly grateful to be able to play gay roles. But what does that mean for them when we push this narrative that only gays can play gays? My gay friend's wedding. Always the same roles, if only I hadn't come out.
If only I had come out. Or queer roles are generally becoming fewer and fewer because studios always have to reckon with a shitstorm of the toxic identity political bubble and don't want to deal with that.
Then queer again becomes a topic only for producers who are queer themselves, and that leads to lower quality productions due to less budget and a smaller sales market. And just like that, our own community puts us out of business because a few folks think they can speak for everyone.
Aren't you doing that?
No, this is obviously just my point of view as a gay storyteller. The way I see it, gays will always write genuine gay stories that are authentic to queer realities of life. But in order to act them out, it doesn't necessarily need someone who's experienced or felt the same thing as long as they're good at their craft, acting. I'd also affirm that queer storytellers will make sure that they also look for and promote talent within the community. And while that's my point, I still sometimes catch myself thinking, wouldn't it have been cool if young gay actors had been given the opportunity to play Freddie or Simon?
As an affected actor, it would also piss me off if I went to the casting and the roles went to a straight person.
Well, yeah, that hurts, and out of that pain grows this Twitter mob mentality that supposedly reclaims power and control.
Our gay ancestors did not fight for us in vain! Oppression to the oppressors!
Yeah!
We will track down every sexuality-based miscast and call them out! Tweet like crazy! Yeah!
But I reject this identity policy because I generally don't feel very comfortable in the role of the victim, even if it's a little easier to point the finger from over there. Yes, queer people are a marginalized group. There's no secret there.
Just look at some crime statistics.
But it's also community responsibility to make sure we deal with that pain responsibly without it pointlessly unloading on everything I reject if I don't get my way. I mean, it's a tricky situation, and it bugs me that I can't find a simple, universal answer as to whether or when a straight person should play a gay role. But denying someone their craft, their empathy, and their competence based on their perceived sexuality just feels kind of wrong to me, and it's not something I want to stand for, regardless of what happened to me in my life or to us as a community in the past.
But what do you think? Did he forget something or not consider it? Because that happens sometimes.
Obviously. I'm looking forward to everyone's comments.
Bye!
Chua!